What's going on, people? AnimeAnalyst here, and Boruto episode 26 was yet another great episode. I really enjoyed just the further continuation into the exploration of the Mist Village. It was really dope to me, and it just explored a lot of different concepts that weren't really touched upon, and it essentially gave me a lot of insight into the Mist Village's atmosphere that I didn't know about, considering that Kagura basically went more in depth about how tragic the Blood Mist Village was and how the village was poor and all this other stuff before Chojuro stepped up as the Mizukage. So in the beginning of the episode, Kagura is basically telling them, yo, I'm gonna basically take you guys around the village and show you kind of the prominent spots throughout the village. So when he's about to take them to the Mizukage's office, the previous Mizukage, Mei Terumi, she approaches them and she's like, oh, look at all these cute little kids, basically. And Mei looks so different, bro. Like, she aged a lot. I mean, like, I was like, holy shit, she looks fucking old as hell. But I was just like, whatever. But the kids were looking at her like, what the hell, who is this lady? And they didn't really like be like, oh, it's the previous Mizukage. Like, damn, she got slept on. I was like, damn, all that effort you put in the war. Cause Kagura tried to describe like all the shit she did, but Boruto and the gang, they're just like, yo, whatever. But they went into the Mizukage office, and I thought that part was kind of funny because they walked into the Mizukage office and it's like a huge ass room, and that shit is like mostly empty, and fucking Chojiro's just sitting there and it's like, hey, welcome guys. Like, I'm like, damn, like you look like Will Smith in that meme from when he was alone in the fucking house. Like, that huge ass room, and you ain't got no books or nothing to fill. Like, the Hokage's office, it seems kind of roomy because it has like books and all this other stuff. The Mizukage's office, that shit's empty as hell. But yeah, they meet Chojuro and basically he starts going over a speech, and then Boruto and Sakura kind of interrupting. Like, well, it was mainly Boruto because he's just saying like how he basically simplified down what he was trying to say, and he's trying to say like we don't need a speech on everything. But they show them the academy where the hidden Mist Village is, and they actually focus on a lot of Kenjutsu stuff, so swordplay and stuff like that. So Boruto ends up sparring with Kagura, and I'm like, dude, why do you have Boruto sparring against Kagura, like, anyway, bro? Like, and Kagura didn't want to spar against Boruto because some unknown reason. There's something mysterious about Kagura still. I'm gonna talk about that later. But Boruto fights Kaguya on the water, and this man gets his shit smacked. Like, Boruto low-key, like, he tried to finesse my dude. Like, that's why I mess with Boruto, because he has that finesse to him. Like, my man kicked up the water on Kagura and was like, yo, what's good? But then Kagura, he's an expert, so he ended up taking on Boruto. But I learned that from Mitsuki that Kagura is actually a fucking chunin. So like, this is a chunin versus an academy student. Like, that shit should have never happened. I mean, it's cool, it was funny, but still, man. But Kagura seemed kind of like, Kagura was in like a basically shock mode and was like going through like an attack afterwards, like after he beat Boruto, and Boruto like, yo, what's good, man? And he's just like, no, he's just like, oh man, I'm fine. But yeah, there has to be some underlying shit that's going on with Kagura that has basically got him feeling like that whenever he has to fight or something, because it must be some blood mist past thing. I'm still trying to figure out what his connection is to, because later in the episode we actually learn that Kagura and Yagura, the fourth Mizukage, they're from the same clan. So we know that because Iwabe, he has a distaste for Kagura because his grandpa was cut down by Yagura, the fourth Mizukage, and the little academy shit they do where they have to kill all their academy peers. So Iwabe's salty about that, and he reveals that they're from the same clan. So this is why I like Boruto, because it expands on the universe that we got in Naruto Shippuden and Naruto. Like, it's expanding stuff. Like, now we know the clan that Yagura is from. Now we got some more backstory on Yagura. Like, I love this series because it's taking what Shippuden didn't have the time to do and actually expanding on it, because the Jinchurikis were kind of rushed in Shippuden. Like, we didn't really know who they were, like their backstory or nothing like that. They just appeared out of nowhere. So definitely in Naruto Next Generations, I want to see a backstory or just kind of tie-ins to Han, Roshi, the Utakata thing was kind of filler, but like some of the other, they already did some of that shit in the filler, but I just want to see some background. But that was dope for me, and I just love the tie-in to the 4th Mizukage. But he must, I feel like Kagura low-key must have some more connection to Yagura. Like, is he the Three Tails Jinchuriki now? Because they always pick Jinchuriki who are like, who have good compatibility, and they usually choose it from the Mizukage bloodline. So possibly he could be the Three Tails Jinchuriki. I don't know if, but at the same time, at the end of Shippuden, the Tailed Beast, they went on and did their own thing. They're free now. I don't know if they came back to their villages just to basically come. I don't know, but he could possibly be a Jinchuriki. If Isebu, the Three Tails, came back to the Mist Village, it's a possibility. I'm really sure they're on their own type of shit now, but they showed us that Yagura would really like cut down his entire class, and I don't know why Kagura is so like scarred from fighting or something. I don't know, something has to be going on with my man. It's like he has to have some memory of Yagura or something in his family, like, because we know they're from the same clan, but that's besides the point. They run into a lot of trouble with Blood Mist Village, little gang that runs around the village that wants the village to go back to the Blood Mist. So Boruto and them end up basically getting into a scuffle with these dudes who are basically like, yo, F y'all Hidden Leaf kids, y'all don't deserve to walk around here like that. So Iwabe is about to like basically pop off on these dudes, and he's about to kill one of these dudes, and then basically they stop it and just like, yo, everybody do their own thing. But yeah, it was crazy. Also, a little moment that I liked, some of the little moments that I liked within the episode was when basically they were talking about the 7 Mist Ninja swordsmen, and Boruto had no idea what those were, and then Shikadai, like him being the intellectual that he is, he kind of steps in and tells Boruto the little history about the 7 swordsmen. So I thought that was dope. Like each of the next generation kids, they have like their own little just part that they bring into the entire picture of the show. Like Shikadai's just like his dad, he's like the intellectual who knows a lot of things, and Mitsuki knows a lot of things too, because he said he heard a lot of stuff in the sound village. So Mitsuki, I really like Mitsuki and Shikadai, now that I think about it. And another little part that I like was when Boruto basically found Sarada and gave her some I think it was calamari, it was squid, and he was trying to find somebody to share it with, and he saw Sarada sitting on the little by the water, and he gave it to her, and she at first she was like, I'm not gonna eat that, but then her stomach started growling, she was like, I'll take it. So I like seeing Sarada and Boruto's relationship. It's funny to me, and I just keep on thinking about Naruto and Sasuke, and it just makes me laugh. But overall, can't wait for next episode. I really want to see what else happens in the Mist Village, and towards the end we're probably gonna get some more like great info. Like I love information, like learning these tie-ins and them adding references from Shippuden and stuff like that. It's just awesome for me, and it just kind of puts together the whole big picture and expands the universe. So I'm down for more Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. The Mist Village arc is dope for me. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. How'd you feel about the episode? Did you like it? Let me know. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Peace.